Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City, where we want to help you build a Lego city regardless of the space you have. How are you doing? This is episode 6 of Coffee and Bricks. This is a live stream, and if you're live, please say hi in the chat. We'd like to hear from you. And if you're watching this replay, leave a comment as well. Let us know if you like this stream and if you like this concept. Well, welcome everyone. We've got something really exciting to discuss today. We're going to talk about the Bricklink AFOL Designer Program. We're going to talk about the sets. I think it's pretty timely because they're still on sale for about 2 more weeks. So you can put in your order. So we have a quick discussion about it. I'll share with you my thoughts on it. If they can be incorporated in a Lego city, can they be on your display shelf, and if I have ordered any. So I will let you know. We've also got the spotlight of the week, which is the Small Brick City Spotlight, where I'll share with you something I'm working on, something interesting, and generally it's always pretty fun. So if you're in the chat, please say hi, and if you've been watching this, this is our 6th episode, you can support this channel in different ways. Of course, you can just like the video. If you're watching this live or on the replay, just hit the like button. That helps us out. And of course, just comment. Super chats are also enabled. And now the super chat is basically what you see on the screen, the $ with the chat. And all you can do is hit that, and if you'd like to make a donation, that's always welcome if the super chat is available in your country. And of course, you can head over to smallbrickcity.com/shop. That's our online shop where we've got building instructions, books, we've got cool merchandise, such as my Do Not Disturb mug. That's where the coffee is, in Coffee and Bricks. Whole bunch of stuff, so you can check that out. And finally, of course, the easiest thing you can do if you have not is to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So the way we do this live stream, we'll let people come in. You can chat among yourselves first. I'll also have a look at the chat, answer some questions. But generally, I'll answer the questions midway through the live stream and at the end. So if you've got anything specific or interesting or important, you can wait till then to ask your question. But let me just pull up the chat and have a look who we have. Quite a few people who are come in. We've got Jolie, Tiny Brick City, Lego Maniac. How you doing? BrickTube, you've been waiting since yesterday, I know, so thank you very much. G Group Lego, Darius Dojo, that's Jack. Omar Builds Bricks. Who else do I have? Jolie, how you doing? Jeff Rue, No Taker Gaming, Galagade. Okay, thank you for being here. Trudy Brick from Italy, I'm glad you joined us. Christoph, subscribe to Beauty Pie. All right. Lego Builder, Kinetic ASMR, Hazel. Well, that's quite a few people who have come in. Frank, hello, how are you doing? This is the first time I've seen you in the chat, I believe. And you also left a comment in the community channel. You made a guess of which set I bought. So I'll answer that question later on. Thank you for coming over. Red Velvet 1. Well, lots of you. Now, guys, if you are new to the stream, one thing I always ask you to do is to let everyone know where you are from and what time it is in the world. Now, I may know some of you, but not everyone knows each other. So this just gives everyone an idea of where we are in the world, what time it is. For me, it's just past midnight. And we always do the weekend stream at this time, and it's really to cater to most people in the world because we want you to be able to check out the stream. So we make it late for ourselves, but so it's a convenient time for you guys. William, how are you doing? Thank you for coming here. All over the place. Great. Tiny Brick City says, I'm a fan. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hazel from Texas, 11:08 a.m. Very good morning to you. It's all over the time, right? Jommy Bricks, how are you doing? You're from Ireland. What time is it for you? And of course, people in Europe, it'll be evening for you. The only people who probably aren't watching are the Australians because it is 2 a.m. for most of them. But some do join in. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you've got any questions, please leave them for the time we do the Q&A. But why don't we just head over to the subject at hand? And today we are going to talk about the Bricklink AFOL Designer Program sets. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it. I'm sure if you are a Lego fan, you probably are familiar, but I won't take that for granted. Basically, Bricklink is a website. It is a marketplace for people to buy and sell Lego parts and Lego sets. So it's bricklink.com. But earlier in the year, or was it last year, I believe, they launched a new Studio 2.0, which is a digital designer program, and they had a contest where AFOLs, that's adult fans of Lego, they would design sets, and basically a bunch of them would be chosen, shortlisted, and if they are popular, there'll be a crowdfunding type of deal, and they would go on sale. So that's basically it. So we're now come to a point where there are a number of sets which are on sale, and they're on sale for another 2 weeks or so. So I thought it'd be a good time to just talk about them, share my thoughts, and you guys can share your thoughts as well. So the first question obviously is, have you guys bought it? Do you think you're going to buy it? In fact, I did a poll. I don't have the shot of the poll here. I forgot to grab it, but I did a poll on my community tab, and I asked 3 questions. Basically, I asked, are you buying any one set? Are you definitely not buying a set? Or would you buy a set if you had the money? Now, and over 100 people voted, so thank you so much for participating in the poll if you did. And I can tell you, at the time I last saw the poll, 75% said they would buy one if they had the money. So I can come to the conclusion that most Lego fans have absolutely no money. So you guys should just collect bottle caps or something. No, Lego is very expensive, right? Because once we buy a couple of sets, we absolutely have no money to buy anything else. And then it was pretty much divided between, yes, you definitely buy at least one set, and then those who said they definitely would not buy a set. So I belong to the part which, bought a set. But it wasn't one of the first. I didn't really jump on the bandwagon straight away. In fact, when I first saw the designs, I was a bit lukewarm, but then I felt it was important to support the community to at least order one, because it is always giving back to the community. That's how we grow as AFOLs and how the Lego community can grow as a whole. So I thought it was important to support at least one build. So let's have a look at some of the builds, or in fact all of them, and I'll give my thoughts and we can talk about them as well. So let's have a look at the first 3, and I'm just going by the Bricklink website. If you want, open up your computer and head over to bricklink.com and just do the browse all to look at all the different sets. And of course, if you click on each one, you can see more details and photographs. So here we've got the first 3, and let's just start with the Wild West Saloon. Now, I know that this one is quite popular. A lot of people did like it. I did see chat on it. Annie and myself, we like it as well. It's very cool, pretty authentic. It is a bit of an open back format, but a lot of these saloons, actually, if you think about it, they are open at the back sometimes as well. Only partial back is closed, but there's no real space for this in our Lego city. It's also not that cheap. It's $150 excluding shipping and tax if it comes to you. So I can tell you, we gave this a pass, but this was pretty popular, and I can see a lot of people, especially if you have the Lone Ranger sets, I think this could go well, and you could actually create a Wild West town. Now, if I had the space, I might have considered it to build a Wild West town as one section of a Lego city. Maybe it could be part of a tourist attraction, or it could just be a standalone display. In either case, did anyone buy this? Let us know in the chat. The one next to it is the Steampunk mini chess set. I'm not sure how many people would like this. I guess if you like steampunk and you like chess, you will like this set. I'm not very partial to either one. I'm fine with steampunk, I'm fine with chess, but not enough to buy this particular set. I think it's more of a novelty set. The next one is the Shot Carnival. Now, a shout out to Dr. McBrick. He's a member of the BrickTubers Network, which is a band of Lego YouTubers who have come together to just share a love for Lego. And he has actually got the set, and he has done a video review of the set. So just look for Dr. McBrick, and you can also go to the description of this particular live stream and you will find his link. And he bought this, he has built it, and he has researched this. Now, he has a very large Lego city, and he has an amusement park in his city, which is also pretty large. So I think this might fit his city, and he's he's happy with it, and I think he will find a place for it in his city. Personally, for myself, I am about to build an amusement park, but I think that this particular shooting gallery type game is a bit too big for what it's supposed to be. It is 16 by 32 studs, I believe, and it's quite huge because if you just compare it to other rides, and let's not talk about the expert amusement park or fairground sets, those are huge as well. But if you look at the creator line of rides such as the Pirate Roller Coaster or the recent one, which is the Fairground Carousel, those are what I call mid-sized rides which would fit most Lego cities. So if you compare those rides to this hotshot gallery, this would seem rather big. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's the right size, or do you think it's a bit big? Let's go to the next row. The first one, the Lego Story. I believe this is pretty popular. It is not the cheapest. It's $99, so it's $100 excluding shipping and possible tax. But it is very innovative and it is nice. I think that's a great theme that went with it to create this 4 different displays, and I believe they all hinge together and they can close up in some way. And it reminds me of some of the Lego sets that they've released, such as the Lego stores, the Minifig Factory. It does feel that it goes along those lines. I was tempted to get it. I didn't get it. It's still not too late to get it, so maybe I haven't decided. Maybe it depends what Annie says. I think she likes this set as well. It is very cute. In terms of integrating it in a Lego city, I'm not sure if you want to. I think it'll be a great display piece. But if you did want to integrate it into a Lego city, I think it's pretty simple. It's just like how, or at least how I integrated the different Lego stores, the Minifig Factory, the VIP set into my Lego city. I basically built them into my Lego store. So I can see you taking the same sets or scenes and putting them into a large Lego store. Or maybe you're building a version of Legoland, and this can go inside as well. So I do see quite a bit of opportunity to have this as a standalone display because it is very nice and there's a flow for the story. So it's also a good conversation starter if you place it at home. Or equally, you can put it into your Lego city. Next up, we have bikes. $50. And this is not a bus. When I first saw this, I thought it was a bus and a bus stop. But on closer viewing, basically it's those private hire bikes. So you use rental bikes where you have an app and you basically rent them and you get a code and you can unlock the bikes. And let me know if you have this in your city, because I know that cities obviously all over the world who has it. You know, China, it was big in China. It was quite big in Singapore at one time. And then bikes just got dumped all over the place, and bikes got stolen, and then they became a mess. And I'm sure that this is the case in other countries as well. I know in China they have literally hundreds of bikes just all over the place. So let me know if that's the case for your city. Now, if you have a Lego city, this obviously fits. It's quite topical, and I think everyone likes those Lego bikes. And a shout out to Galagate. She actually left a comment some time ago. This must be months ago. This has got to be in one of my Lego city updates, and she suggested a scene. I'm not sure if she remembers, because I remember it. I still haven't created that scene, but I think it was a great suggestion, and I want to put that scene in my Lego city. Galagate, let me know if you remember what that suggestion was. But this is a pretty cool set. Now, the Isle of Peril. This personally didn't appeal to me. This is a micro scale type map thing. It's $100. Seems really expensive for what it is. But to be fair, I actually never really clicked on it to see all the details. Maybe it opens up and it becomes a huge 3D sculpture. So I probably shouldn't say that it's not good in any way, but at least it didn't appeal to me from the picture and just the basic description. But if you know any secrets about this treasure map, please let me know. There's probably more to it than it is if it's $100. In the next row, we have the Imaginate Build. So this is, I guess, a desktop sculpture. That's what it's sold as. I am impartial to this. It definitely can't fit in a Lego city. Well, I shouldn't say that. It could, because you could actually, I can see, take part of this and make a giant billboard or put it on top of a building for a boutique or something. Or it could be some sort of giant advertisement, because of just how it's brick built in terms of a 3D look with those faces and those people and all the things around it. It's definitely not minifig scale in that sense that you can't have minifigs play around with it, but you could make it into a giant sign of some kind. But just looking at it, it doesn't interest me that much, and I think it'll take a bit of work to incorporate it into a Lego city. The antique fire engine, I've said so before. If you've seen my review on fire trucks, I said I'm not big into fire engines. This looks pretty cool. It is very expensive, $150, and that's probably because of the parts involved, lots of gold parts, and I think maybe just the different parts that go into it that made it so expensive. I'm not sure what the scale is. Maybe someone can let me know. I didn't click on it as well, but I believe it is not minifig scale. It is probably larger, more like the Technic builds, but let me know in the chat as well, or the comments. I think if you're a collector of antique vehicles, you like fire engines, this will definitely be for you. The Skyline Express, that's a monorail set, and I know a lot of people were interested in this as well. It did catch my eye, but it is limited in the size. Of course, I understand why. It had to be a certain configuration, it had to be a certain part count, but for most Lego cities, I think they'll need a bigger set. Maybe they need you to buy 2 or 3. That's why Bricklink allows you to buy up to 3 sets. So I'm on the fence. I can tell you, I haven't bought this as well. I'm on the fence. It would be nice to put it in a Lego city, but it seems a bit small. But those monorail sets are hard to come by now, unless you buy them, of course, on the secondary market, and they can be quite expensive. I did look at the monorail itself. I wasn't very impressed with the build, honestly. I felt it looked a bit bricky built, not so finished, in my opinion. But let me know if I'm wrong, or maybe this looks exactly like a monorail in your city and I don't know anything. Let's go to the final 4. And here we have the 3. Vintage Roadster. Again, if you like cars, you like vintage stuff, I'm sure you like this. And the price seems pretty good, $55 US. I'm again not sure what the scale is. Now, if you compare it to the fire engine, are they the same size, or is this much smaller? I know quite a few people are interested in this vintage Roadster. Not for me. Maybe Annie will like it. She does like some vehicles which she displays on her separate shelf. The Science Tower. That's pretty interesting. This one, you could fit in a Lego city, I think, with a bit of creativity. In my opinion, it will fit perfectly for a mad scientist lair or hideout or something. So even though it might be a bit odd in terms of the look and doesn't really go with the architecture of your Lego city, just because it's built on a small hill, you can put it in almost any part of your Lego city and just, take it as an eccentric mad scientist lab. After all, it is a science tower. So I think this can be potentially interesting and can give a lot of character to a Lego city. 8 studs. This is a customizable Lego home. It is pretty cute in concept. I mean, it looks like a 2x4 brick, but with some kind of modern architecture. But it's $100. It does seem very expensive for what it is. And I think it could be mocked, or you could mock a version of this yourself to a certain extent. Now, I should mention I'm all for intellectual property rights, and whatever they are charging, I hope they get paid for their ideas. And you really can't put a price on creativity and ideas and innovation. So I would never say, hey, it's too expensive for that idea. I would never say that. But I'm just going by the part count and what I see, it does seem a bit expensive at $100 US. But let me know what you think and whether you got this particular one. Now, the last one is the castle. And this is the most expensive at 200 US, but it is sold out. You have to be on a waiting list if you want to get this. So obviously people love this, and I can see why. One reason being the castle theme is one of the most popular themes in Lego, and it has been, discontinued for many years. And I'm quite sure they're going to bring it back soon, or they should, because judging by this, if Lego's marketing team or sales team were to look at this Bricklink AFOL Designer Program and they see that this castle was the first to be sold out at this price, they should know that there's a big demand for castle stuff. And this looks like it could fit the vintage castle range very easily. Looks very impressive, and I've no doubt that if you wanted to put castles or have an area in your Lego city which had a castle, this would fit in perfectly. If this was available, I might have ordered it. So what do you think I ordered to fit our Lego city? And I think that most of you would have guessed correctly. Frank, who left a comment in the community tab, he guessed correctly as well, and that is the bike set. So this is the one we ordered. It is on, I guess it's just on order, on back order, and we have to wait for it to be shipped. So hopefully it will come in a couple of weeks. I expect it to come probably within a month, and then we can build it up and we can have a closer look at it. So guys, let me know what you guys think about these different sets. Do you intend to buy it? Have you bought any? Do you not like them? Let's have a quick chat about it. I'll pull up the chat once again so that everyone can have a look. And once again, if you like, please do support the channel. Very simply, just like this video, subscribe to the channel, or you can donate in the super chat or head over to our store at smallbrickcity.com/shop. All right, let's have a look at the chat. And let me just go back up to see what I've missed. We've got more people in. Bricks on Thin Ice, I didn't say hi to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Cowie, Tayshawn, Usual Suspects, J Studs, Mock Brick, Inside the Bricks. We've got quite a lot of people today. Spherical 51. Okay, let's see what Alex, hi, how are you doing? Okay, so here we go. A lot of people do feel it's overpriced. Yeah, overpriced. I can understand where you're coming from. But remember, this is a special limited edition. There's an exclusive element that comes with each of these parts. I have no idea what this exclusive element is. It's supposed to be a part which is only produced for these sets, will not be sold separately. So if anyone knows what these exclusive elements are, let me know. Is it just a specific color of an existing element, or is it a completely different mode? I am not sure. Okay, let's just go through what you guys have said, and I'll respond to you guys. Too Humble, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us as well. Okay, so I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. Oh, Mr. Tank 4000, hello. Annie says she likes the Wild West Saloon. Yeah, maybe they sell it. I think they might provide instructions in time to come, so you could bricklink it as well, but I think it would be quite expensive. Lego Lamaniac says he never needs to pay import tax. Yes, and I think Lego Lamaniac, you're getting the Lego story, right? Looking forward to your video on that. Yep, most people like the saloon, it seems. If you want a smaller version of the shooting gallery, you can get it with the new Toy Story 4 version. Inside Brick said that. Thank you very much. Is that a junior set like the +4? Because I don't really like those sets. A bit too small. Hazel says, yep, the shooting gallery is too big. Lego Lamaniac says they don't hinge together or close up. Okay, my bad. Bricks on Thin Ice says, my wife says soon will be eating Lego. Oh, I've been eating Lego for months. And what's on a? It's on a 16 by 16 plate. Tayshawn said that. Not sure what you're referring to. Now let's get over to the bikes. Lego Lamaniac says, yep, there are bikes in Oslo. Inside the Brick says bikes as well in Atlanta. Now And Hazel says, I've never seen the bikes before. Like says, bike mountains. Yes, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. I will be doing that soon, Gala. And Holland, Jolie says, yeah, bikes essential way of transportation in Holland. But do you guys have the problem where the bikes are just thrown all over the place? Like people, even in Singapore, we are an orderly country where people generally are afraid to break the rules, but there are bikes in drains, bike up trees, and all kinds of rubbish. Jeff Rue says, bikes in France, lots of success. Hazel says the map, it looks like a board game. And Jolie says he has a Wild West town. Well, we hope to see that. He has not yet. He's planning on making a video of it next Saturday. Okay, guys. Yeah, head over to Jolie's YT. That's his name. Just head over to his channel. Subscribe to his channel. He's got great mocks. I always enjoy watching his mocks. And he says she likes the antique fire engine, but it is quite pricey. Yes, it is. Okay, Bricks on Thin Ice said bye. Bye. Okay, so generally people are talking about the sets. They're saying it's a bit expensive. Hazel says the Science Tower is good for a steampunk city. True. Gala likes the 8 Studs house. So quite a few people do like the lighthouse and the 8 Studs house as well. People do like that. Not bad. And castle, of course. I think the castle was really popular. Okay, so we hope to see you guys buy one of them or 2 of them and share them with us when the bike set comes. And if we order any one, we're definitely going to share it with you guys. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, don't worry, Jolie. You have a great channel. I've no problem giving you a shout out. And generally, I will do that. I do recognize a lot of you guys, and I do appreciate you guys subscribing to Small Brick City. And if I get a chance, I always go to your channels as well. And if I don't, just leave me a comment, especially if you think you've got a great mock or great video out and you just want to let me know, feel free to leave a comment. All right. So I'm going to show you the Small Brick City Spotlight. So this is a section or segment in the live stream where I show you something I'm working on or just something interesting. So I'm working on a new mock. Now this whole week we've been really busy because on the 1st of June, that was last Saturday, the new summer stats were available in this part of the world. I know you guys in the US, you haven't got it. Too bad for you guys. But we got it. So we literally spent we cleared our schedule weeks ago in anticipation for this, and we've basically been building and producing content for the whole week. That's all we've been doing, and maybe sleeping a bit, but that's it. So I've been really busy. I haven't done any mocks. It's all about looking at the new sets, working out, creating the content for you guys, doing my reviews. So if you have missed any of my videos or you want to get my insight on some of the summer city sets or creator sets, do check out the channel, all the videos from the past week, because we've done lots of them. And this includes that space rocket free promo thing we get that Mark Smiley, who's an AFOL, he designed it, he won a contest and they produced it and they gave it as a free gift for every $100 spent. So I've also reviewed that, and I've also done a modification to the gear shaft, so you can check that out. And I also want to call your attention to Annie's channel. If you haven't been to Annie's channel, she's got a new channel and she does speed builds, but they're therapeutic Lego speed builds. And what's unique about the one you're seeing in front of you right now, it's a tandem mirror speed build. She's actually building 2 sets of the rocket ride ship, one in each hand mirror build. So head over to Annie Small Brick City, that's her channel. Like, subscribe, the usual jazz. She's on the live chat, so you can just hit to her channel by clicking on her username for here. Okay, but that's not the spotlight. That's just stuff I've been kind of update you. This is still not the spotlight, but another update. This is my dunk machine. This is my water tank dunk machine, which I designed. I shared this on the brick design breakdown. I did a tutorial on how to build this, but I've actually improved it. So I've made some changes. It is a working dunk tank. You still can basically learn how to make this if you head over to that live stream, which I did earlier in the week. But eventually instructions for this new finished one will be available once Annie does the instructions. She still has a lot of building to do. All right, now we come to the spotlight. So after all that stuff I've been telling you, I finally today sat down to start on my new mock, and I'm building this and documenting the process with my video series, building a mock from start to finish, which is generally a very popular series. I've actually filmed 4 episodes so far, so you will see the 4 episodes starting Monday. So starting Monday, I'm going to release this mock and you'll see me build it from start to finish. So I've now come to the 70% portion. I've finished most of the exterior, haven't done the interior at all, and haven't done some of the exterior maybe for the roof and the back. Some fine details haven't been done, but I thought you might like to see this mock because this mock is something that many subscribers have been asking me to build for the longest time. And I've always wanted to build it, but for whatever reason, and I explain it in the video, so I won't talk about it here. I explain why I finally built it. But my mock that I'm building is a fire station. So this isn't a huge fire station with huge fire engines. No, this is a smaller fire station. It's still on a 32 by 32 stud base plate, but it's meant not to house a full firefighting unit, but maybe first responders. It could be considered an outpost or a satellite or auxiliary fire station. And I figure there'll be about 3 or 4 different people on duty at any one point of time. So without further ado, here is the spotlight, and here's 2 photographs of my fire station. So it's still a work in progress, but I'm actually really happy with this. In fact, I think this is one of my better mocks to date. For some reason, I just do like it. I like the layout and I like the size. What you see are 2 buildings which are connected to each other. And on your left, you'd see the garage. And inside, that's the new 2019 City Fire truck. And on the right is the actual firehouse, which is a 2-story modular building. So it fits everything inside. It's on a 32 by 32 stud base plate. Now let me show you the inside when I actually open up the garage door. Now I had really great time designing the garage door, and I'm very proud of this particular design because the garage door actually accordion folds. So accordion folds means it folds like a Z shape, like an accordion. So that allows it to open up without opening up into the street or banging the next building next to it, because this is supposed to be an inset modular building. It can be placed between 2 buildings. And that's the 2019 City fire truck that you see there. So it fits completely inside with lots of room to spare so that the firefighters can do maintenance and can do all that stuff. So that's my spotlight for you guys because you're tuning into this live stream. So just giving you a look at how it looks like. And if you watch my video starting from Monday, you'd see how she got from a single base plate to what you just saw in front of you. All right, before we wrap up the stream, we still have 10 minutes to go. So let's look back at the chat and see what you guys are saying. Well, thank you very much. You guys are very nice. You guys like the fire station. Thank you very much. Legal Maniac, he's asking, is it watertight? Are you talking about the dunk tank? Yeah, I'm sure it is. The Lutes, thank you for joining. Glad you came. Please watch the replay later. J Beach, Skywop, thank you, rest of you. And yep, generally, thank you so much. You guys love the fire station. I like it too, and I'm happy to be able to have done this. Yes, instructions will again be available because I know a lot of people wanted to see that fire truck. G Group Lego, JC, make a magic trick. I'll do that in a stream, but not this stream, okay? But I will remember that. Excalibur Builders, thank you very much for dropping by. Lego Josh, don't worry, we're not ending yet. We're still answering a couple of questions. Tayshawn says, I have a Lego room vignette mock on a 16 by 16 plate, and I was thinking of doing a tutorial on it. What do you think about that? Have you built it already, or is this something that you are thinking of building? I think that makes a difference. Jeff says Lego pieces are not waterproof. They aren't? They must be waterproof. They don't even biodegrade. So they'll survive a nuclear blast. I'm sure they're waterproof. Jay Studs, do I prefer white lampposts or black ones? I actually prefer the black ones. Yeah, but we always get the white ones with the expert modular building. So what I do is I have one level of my city having all white lampposts and another having all black. Tayshawn says you've built the Lego room vignette. Well, I'd say go ahead, share the tutorial. I'm sure people would love to see it. Excalibur Bricks, he needs to get back to work. Okay, get back to work. Please enjoy the replay. Don't watch and drive at the same time. G Group Lego says, is the wall on the background real bricks or is it wallpaper? It's a real wall. That's what I'll say. Skywalk. My daughter plays with Legos in her bathtub. Okay. Ron, yes, finally a fire station. Yes, Ron, you're one of the several subscribers who asked for it, so I built it just for you. Jolie says, I've got a small question. Are you planning on buying the Apollo 11 lunar lander? I do like it, honestly. I think it's really pretty, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not into the space thing. Funny, interesting thing. So I went to the Lego shop twice this week. So the first was on the 1st of June, when all the new sets came out. And then the next time was on the 5th of June when that rocket ride ship came out. So generally, of course, when new sets come out, people would come and buy, line up to buy them and stuff gets sold out. So when I went on the 5th, I asked the guy at the Lego shop, which things sold, which sets were sold out. The set that was sold out was the Fairground Carousel. Now I can understand that that's a pretty nice set. So the next set I thought would be popular was the Townhouse Pet Shop, but that didn't sell that well. It's probably because of the price. Then Stranger Things, of course, sold very well. It only just came to this part of the world. That sold well. They didn't have many sets in the first place. But to my greatest surprise, I asked him, what about the space sets? Did they sell well? Did they sell out? And he said he didn't sell a single set after 5 days. So I found that fascinating because in this part of the world, you see, I'm not fascinated by the space stuff. I see it, I appreciate it, but I'm just not into it. But I know a lot of my friends in the West, in Europe, in the US, they just love the space stuff, even the Australians. So I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing, but obviously people in this part of the world don't seem to like the space stuff. But Jolie, back to your question, I like it, but I'm not going to buy it. Brenda, hi, how are you doing? Lampposts around here are green with rust. Lego should make more realistic ones. A Canadian lamppost. That's funny. Lego Josh says, are you planning to put Marvel MOCs in your city? Probably not. The Loot says, since my city is more futuristic, my idea for a fire truck is kind of like the movies Aliens, mobile transport, but with firefighter mods. Sounds good. BrickTube says the garage looks little modern. Which garage are you referring to? That wall is the channel mascot, Skywalk. That's funny. Trudy Brick, thank you so much. Oh, Trudy ordered the mug and the bag version of this Do Not Disturb. So this is something we custom designed. If you've never noticed this Do Not Disturb building in progress actually has a Lego plate right there, but it's designed to look like a warning sign. So thank you, Trudy, for that support. And Lego Lemaniac says, is it because all your real space stuff just crash lands? My country doesn't have any space stuff. And that's of course assuming you believe that men have gone to space. We have obviously gone to space, but did we go to the moon when we said we went to the moon? Jeff says he has already got the Apollo 11 set. I've talked about this before. It's a joke. Let's see if I can add it in now, if I can find it. But basically, the whole idea of the real lunar lander set. Let's see if I can pull it up right now. I'm going to try to find it on my computer because I shared it last week because I just think it's so funny. And yeah, I can. Let me just set this up and I'll show it to you. Even though I did it last, I'm going to put this as permanently here in my computer, or at least this live stream. So here is the real set. For you guys who bought the Lego version, you're missing out on the real version, okay? So this is the real set. You need the complete set to really make it authentic if you want to have a real version of the set. You do need the camera crew, the directors, and the lights to recreate the moon landing accurately. Okay, that's the last time I'll do that, I promise. And let's see, J Stud says, would you have a monorail like the Skyrail from Bricklink, or would you use roller coaster tracks? I'm not sure. I haven't come to the point where our space to put a monorail, mainly because I don't have the depth to create the loop. But in time to come, I'll definitely do trains first, I think, just because it's more accessible in terms of getting it. I don't have to get it on the secondary market. Yeah, Jolie, I know what you feel about conspiracies. Don't make you angry. Okay. Well, guys, this has been fun. Any last questions? If not, we will wrap up the stream. I generally keep it to 45 minutes because I know everyone's time is valuable, and I think it's just the right time for a discussion of this kind. Legalomaniac, you can trust JC's promise as much as his dunk tank is watertight. In my next live stream, I'll prove that this dunk tank is watertight. And Legalomaniac, I'll put your sig fig in as well. But I'll make it a drunk tank. That's what GJ Brick said. So it's going to be filled with beer. Alright guys, thank you so much. Just remember, we do have a weekday live stream. If you guys never joined it, it's a weekday. I know it's a different time, but you can always watch the replay. That's called the Brick Design Breakdown, and that's really all about building techniques and MOCs. So completely different presentation and concept and format than this particular live stream. But once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this. Please like it before you leave. If you're watching the replay, like it as well. Head over to Annie's channel, check out her videos, subscribe to her channel as well. You guys are awesome. Hope to see you soon. Check out all the content that we're creating this week. Lots of crazy stuff such as the fire station that I shared with you. Well, thanks once again. I appreciate your time as usual. And as always, thanks so much for your time, and check out more videos from us before you leave. Talk to you soon.